What's going on, everybody? My name is niXcraft, and welcome on back to the series. We are in episode 21 today, and we have some big building plans. I'm here at the super smelter, just gathered up a whole bunch of clay so we could turn it into bricks. I have some nether bricks in here too from the last episode where we built up that nether hub. I had so much netherrack I had to smelt it back down into bricks. But while we wait for that stuff there to smelt, let's talk about today's plans. I think we can finally start expanding our base over this way and give some meaning to this path over here and work our way up to this side of the mountain. Now, we do have a lot of room if we take to the air, get a little bird's eye view of this area. We have a giant hole that I'm going to have to end up covering up, but there's a plains over here and then just a lot of trees and a lot of room to build, and I think this will be the location for some librarian houses. So my plan, I think, is to get a bunch of different librarians and give them a bunch of different books to trade and just set up houses for them in almost like a little librarian town. And today's build is going to be the library itself. And hey, look, there's some bees over here. You're free. But yes, the library. I think right here in this central location, right when we walk around our main storage room, would be a good spot to put it. And it's going to be pretty big, and this is going to be where we're going to put our new enchanting table. We'll probably leave the one that's in the basement in our starter house over there, but we'll just make a new one in this area. It'll be a nicer spot to enchant other than our basement. Ah, yes, the enchanting basement. It served us well, but I think now in this point of the series we are definitely set up enough where we need a bit more space and a bit more luxury for our enchanting, and I think we could expand that today and make this a little better. We do have kind of our original set of iron armor over here from when we initially upgraded to diamond, so we'll definitely have to use that or something like that in today's build, and maybe it'll be a good spot for the dragon egg as well instead of in the middle of our storage room. Oh no, left the block floating over there. Let's see if I can nail this here. One block landing. Professional. Oh, jeez. Okay, I've got it this time. Definitely got it this time. There it is. I'm here now. One last try here. Right on the block. Oh, gosh, I was on it, too. I was on it. Going up the pillar of shame here to break this block, so I couldn't land it. Oh, well. Anyways, I think it's time I clear some trees out here and get this area looking a bit nicer and ready to build, get a nice blank canvas going, which means I'm going to have to fill this hole here, which is pretty much just a little pond with a tree in it, I guess. But yeah, so I'm going to take care of this real quick, and we'll get back to you guys with the plan for today's build. Finally placing down the last few blocks to cover up that giant hole. We have a whole lot of room, and actually this is going to be a great view from our base over there, coming across the bridge, because this is going to go up pretty high as well. I have a couple shulker boxes here in my inventory now that it's full of junk from clearing everything out, but we can see the basic color palette that I'm going for here. Got a lot of bricks from all that clay that we gathered, some granite and polished granite as well, a little bit of quartz here, and you know, just the regular stone stuff and wood and whatnot, but I'll show you guys exactly what we're doing with the quartz here in a second. Having already laid out a design that I like in creative, I think we could just get right started into it, and right out front here I think we're gonna take some of our quartz and make it into blocks, pretty much all of it. We're gonna make these quartz pillar blocks here, which I think look really good, and we're gonna stack them up and have these stairs protruding out of the top as well, just to kind of give it a little bit of structure, and it'll be just like this little overhang coming off the top. So we could take these stairs and same like we did at the bottom, except flipped upside down like this. With those pillars in and looking fantastic, I think we could start working on the front face of this build and laying out a roof line and whatnot. So I think we could start by doing like a grand front door here. Gonna want to add some stairs in there eventually, but something pretty tall, at least 3 blocks like this should probably do it. And this isn't all going to be bricks, by the way. I'll be mixing in some granite and polished granite as well as we go along, but we'll save that for afterwards. I like to get all the blocks down first and then texture it once I'm done. Going up 8 blocks tall on this front wall here, we could start knocking out some windows, and I think starting from the bottom, we could work in a lot of the granite and kind of have it fade out more towards brick at the top, so it looks like it's worn down at the bottom here. And yeah, we could add some of these polished granite blocks as well, just to get a little bit more foundation, and I think it's gonna look good. So let me spend some time at least texturing up this wall a little bit, so it's not all bricks. Alright, that's looking a lot better than just bricks, and I'm thinking all the way up even into the roof line. This building itself is going to be mostly this brick and granite texture. When I think of a library, for some reason I think of bricks, so I'm trying to go heavy on those. I think we're going to add some fun bits to it as well as we go, including maybe some towers along the side here. Coming up to the side of our pillars here, we could start working a bit of a overhang. Just connecting up to this part of the roof here. It's not going to go up too high, but just enough to know that it's there. And I think up front here, we could probably add just a bit of an archway of some kind. Maybe popping up right here and going across 3. Not too sure. I'm just kind of working this along as we go. I do have a screenshot of what I built in Creative, but I'm sure it's going to come out different in the end. I think I've got something laid out that we will like, and I'm just going to bring up our wall a little bit here, just so it's not right up against the overhang here. And let's see what we got. Let's take a fly down and of course take some damage. But yeah, I think that's looking nice, and it's gives it a nice grand entrance here to our library. Hanging out over the edge here a little bit, we're going to start making the roof line of this giant build, and it is definitely going to be giant. We're going to go up 2 blocks each time and then a stair. And we're going to try and work in some of the granite and stuff up here too, but like I said earlier, I want to keep this mostly brick up at the top. So yeah, we're going up 2 blocks and then a stair each time, and it's going to do this 3 times until we connect up in the middle. We'll slowly but surely round it off into a regular roof. So let's see if I can get this the first try. Look at that, I nailed it. So right there in the middle, actually, we're going to do a little bit of a design that kind of pokes out like this and goes up to a point and makes it look a bit more interesting than just ending right there. But yeah, I like how it goes up really tall and then sort of curves out at the top. So let's connect it up on this side. Added a beam of strip spruce down the middle, and I think we're going to take care of the front face of this after we get the side walls in, because we need to go 19 blocks back. That's where this brick block is over here. And if we line this up on this side, yeah, this is going to be a lot of bricks. That's why I spent some time before the episode gathering clay. Good thing I have a shulker box pretty much full of the stuff we're going to need. So I think we're going to probably get these walls in and kick this off into a short little time lapse, just building the structure of this build. Hey there folks, welcome back. Hope you were enjoying that time lapse. I just wanted to stop in real quick just to show you guys a little bit about how I like to detail builds as I go along. And we already have all the blocks mixed in and stuff here, but this area looks good with the archways above the windows, but there's still a little bit we could add, and up on the roof here too. So let's climb up our scaffolding here. I think we can come in here with some windows and bring some dark oak going up like this on either side. And we're going to just clear out this stair and the block behind it. And we're just going to have like a nice little window sticking up out of the roof. We could just bring the stair in like this and get its own little tiny roof at the top. And let's see what we think about that. I think we might strip these as well. That might look a little bit better. And we could throw some leaves or something like that at the bottom of this to just make it blend in a little bit with the roof instead of that harsh line. But yeah, just something like this will add a little bit of variation to the roof instead of just leaving it, you know, all spruce. Coming in with some dark oak trapdoors here to line these beams in the middle of the windows. I also did that up top, and we stuck a azalea leaf up there, and I think those are the leaves we're going to be using around here. But instead of kind of like putting them randomly like they're bushes all around, I think we're going to do a bit more organized with the leaves. Like maybe we'll put one down here right next to the windows and have some symmetry with this build. And if you noticed, the points at the top here actually line up with the windows too, and I really like this, so it's turning out nice. Coming around to the front side now, we could start laying out a bit of a structure around the windows here, so they're not just flat like this. And I'm thinking we just do some stairs going like so, and probably some walls going down like this, I think. And we made some brick and granite walls because we've been mixing that in. But I think that'll just add a little bit of a border around the window. Adding some slabs across the top now, we could have a little bit of interest now when we look at the front of this instead of just a nice flat wall of bricks. But yeah, I think this is coming together nicely. Maybe some trapdoors around this little single window. And I gotta think I might be doing a stained glass color, I think. Maybe either white or maybe a gray stained glass would probably look good in here. I'm not too sure yet. Looks like we already have a traveler over to the library here, even though it's not finished. But, hey buddy, what do you got for us? Oh, he's selling gray dye. Oh, I think I was gonna use that for the windows. You know, I might keep you around, buddy. Maybe we'll buy some of your gray dye. Anyways, if we go inside, you'll see that the back and this side wall isn't quite done yet. So, I think I'm gonna spend some time getting that in, and then we will start working on these towers here. I have a cool plan for them, I think. They're just going to be varying heights. This one in the back is going to be a lot taller than this one up here, but I think that's going to look super cool, and this build already is looking awesome. I love this entrance right here. Got the other side of the roof in now, and now we need to work on the front face of this build here. And I've just been bringing down the spruce planks in here, and I actually, as you could see, ended up mixing in some regular oak logs in the roof just to give it a bit more variation. It was looking very sprucey, but I think we're going to get another strip of spruce going down this way, and maybe connect up some kind of wall in the middle here to add some depth. Grabbing up some spruce trapdoors here just to line the trim with them and kind of get that mended in a little bit to the side of the spruce so we could close these up. I think that'll look a lot better. Could probably get some leaves up here somewhere as well. And I think the wall we're going to use is a combination of these deep slate bricks and cobbled deep slate. I think that's going to look pretty good. And like I said before, it'll be indented into the wall a little bit, so it'll add just a little bit of depth and make this place look a lot nicer. Finally, getting the white stained glass that I planned on using into the top here. I think this is going to finish it off nicely. Let's fly down. We'll take our scaffolding down at least. And let's see what we think of this. Oh yeah, this place is definitely looking amazing. I love the windows on the side there. The spikes coming out of the roof. And besides the back side here, I'm going to add probably a big window. I think we're pretty much done with the exterior of the build. I'm going to have to get these towers in as well, but I think I'll take care of this window, and then we'll do these towers with a time lapse. So I will see you guys back again in just a minute. Hey there folks, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that time lapse. Definitely enjoyed building this, and this is looking great. It is definitely adding to the skyline of this area and this base, but we actually have some stuff to check out. If I swoop in over here, I did a little bit of work on the outside, just adding in some coarse dirt and a little bit of leaves and stuff. Like I said before, I didn't want to go too random on the leaves, but if you could see on the towers, I added a bunch of mossy stone brick, a little bit of mossy cobblestone over here, and also got blown up by a creeper right over here as well. But this is all coming together really well. I added the windows in on the towers and went with the white stained glass, but I think now we have to move on to the interior of the build, and that's something I've really been thinking about. First of all, we got to bring the rest of these towers down into the build, I think. We'll have a nice entrance in there and figure out a way to get to the top, but we need to make a lot of bookshelves, I think. This is a library after all, and I think the enchanting setup is going to go back here by this nice big window that we made, but yeah, the outside came together really well. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now we are going to have to make a lot of books, so I just spent some time over at the cow farm, and we've got 3 stacks of leather. That's a decent amount. I got a stack left at the house just in case. I think we're going to have to go over to this automatic sugarcane farm, activate it, and spend some time here waiting for sugarcane to pile up in this chest. We have plenty of bone meal, so shouldn't be too much of an issue. And this is really, really fast. Just a quick way to get sugarcane. Although this farm is working pretty well too. So it looks like 3.5 stacks of books will only craft us 75 bookshelves. And that's not a whole lot, is it? Started to lay out a bit of the foundations of what I want to do in here, and I have a balcony laid out, but not exactly how to get up to it. I'm still kind of working that out in my head, but for now I've got some birch on me. I think that's what's going to be used on the floor. I was going to go with oak, but then I realized these bookshelves here pretty much have the oak plank texture all around them, so that would kind of match up a little bit too much. So I think we're going to go with birch on the floor. Got the floor in, plus a little bit more. Got ourselves a front door finally, so nothing can sneak in on us. And I also added a little bookshelf design here. I might add another stair here as like a second chair to sit down, but there's a little table coming out and some books over here. And I think on this side we are going to take some bookshelves and line them up probably like this. We'll do like 3 wide with a little hallway in between, just so you could narrowly fit in and grab a book if you need to, I guess. And we'll do the same thing right over here. So as you can see, we're probably going to need a lot of bookshelves, because I'm also going to have to put the enchanting table here as well. So we may end up actually having to move these. Hopefully, thankfully, I mean, I have silk touch on my axe, so I can move these guys around. Well, I'm back, and I have done some building. I am here currently on a spiral staircase design that I actually completed on this tower over here. Now, I think it looks pretty cool exposed like that, and you don't hit your head the whole way up. I still have to figure out how to get to the absolute top, and sorry, we're going to be spinning around just a little bit. This is the taller tower, and pretty much each time, too, you get to see the windows, which is pretty cool. When you get closer to the top here, it gets cut off by the staircase, but that's okay. We can make it all the way up to the top, as you could see. I just have to figure out how to get into this little room right here. Probably just a ladder or something like that. But yeah, we are pretty much all set here. I just have to probably lay down some carpets, I think, in this area, and also build up these bookshelves. They're probably going to go all the way up to here, I think. Maybe 4 blocks tall. Sounds good. So yeah, a lot of bookshelves. I don't know if I have enough. Definitely did some work on the interior off camera a little bit, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's take a look at what I got so far on the inside. And I think it's looking pretty grand, like I've mentioned before. So I went with just a ladder right here, this middle pillar going all the way up to the balcony. There's not too much up there, but we have our enchanting table all the way in here, both spiral staircases up to the tower. And if you can see here, we have this little line of fences going across here. So I have some azalea leaves, including the flowering ones. And I think we could kind of like wrap some leaves around this pillar, bring it all the way up to those fences and to the wall over here. So that's going to look pretty good. We have these shelves too with some extra bookshelves up top. Probably going to throw some paintings or something up there. And then this build is looking fantastic. I'm really loving it. One of my favorites that I've done in a long time. I said this build was one of my favorites, but I think it definitely is my favorite build now. So let's take a look at this interior with all the leaves in finally across those fences. I think that looks awesome. We've got the shelves up with our books, and I added a few paintings along the trim of the ceiling here. And we have everything we could need to enchant over here. We've got the grindstone and anvil, an extra chest over here just to store some junk, and these double chests will be for lapis and all of our enchanted books as well. We'll probably extend the storage up to the top once we actually build something up there. For now, it's just kind of a balcony to look out of, but yeah, this build altogether is really nice. It is raining now, unfortunately, but we could take a look at it from afar as well, and this thing just came out wonderful, and I really hope you guys like it as much as I do as well. Last thing I wanted to do is we could take that dragon egg from out of the center of our storage room just sitting on a crafting table. I think we're going to put it on this table here in the library. And now, with that, I think that's going to do it for today, folks. I really hope you enjoyed this build. And subscribe, of course, if you are new here. We just broke 100 subscribers and continuing to grow, so I appreciate all of your support. And once again, my name has been niXcraft. I will see you folks in the next one. Take care.